In this episode, we step inside the new Isis Papyrus Museum, where the walls are filled with stunning finished papyrus artwork, blending traditional Egyptian symbols, scenes, and styles with bold modern colour and a unique visual energy. From gods and sacred imagery to vivid contemporary interpretations, this gallery shows how ancient art can still feel alive today. But this is more than just a gallery visit. We also learn how papyrus is still made by hand, using an ancient tradition passed down through time, from the plant itself to the finished sheet ready for painting. And stay tuned until the end, because some of the most amazing pieces reveal a hidden surprise when the lights go out, glowing in the dark before your eyes. In this episode, we watch, listen, and learn from the masters themselves, hearing directly from the people who continue this ancient tradition by hand today. And make sure to stay until the end, because we finish with a full gallery walkthrough, revealing a stunning collection of papyrus artwork that is completely worth the wait. But first, let's listen in on the master's presentation.
Were attracted by the shape of the plant, and they considered it as a holy plant and a sacred plant. Why? If you look to the flower of the plant, it looks like the rays of the sun or the sun rays. It was a symbol for the greatest god for the ancient Egyptians, the god of the sun. His name is Ra. And that's the reason, if you look to the crowns of the pillars or the columns all over the temple, you will find the ancient Egyptians use this form as the crown of the pillars. Sometimes they use it as an open pot, like that, and this is we call it the capital one. And sometimes they use it as a closed pot, like that, and this is we call it the small one. More important thing is the shape of the stem, which is triangular or pyramidal. And the pyramid is a symbol of eternity and the everlasting life. How we made the paper? We will cut the stem according to the size we need. We like to make small size or a big size. And this plant to grow about 10 or 15 feet high. But not in our Egypt weather. Why? The weather here it's too dry and very hot, especially in the summer. The papyrus plant needs humid weather, which is in the north, in the delta. The stem of the plant there will be as big as this. Just a baby of a plant. And now we remove the outer green part. We don't use this part anymore. The ancient Egyptians used this part for made a lot of things. Like what? Like baskets, sandals, baggage, hats, boats, ropes. Because this part is very flexible. See? And very strong. The important part is the inner part, this white part. So we'll cut it like this. We can make the slide itself thick or thin as we need. If we check the inner part, we will find the inner part breakable. Why? Because the inner part, it's fibers. Like what? Like the sugar cane. And this plant is from the same family and it's edible, like the sugar cane. But it's not the same sweet as the sugar cane because the papyrus plant got only 10% sugar in it. But the amount of sugar here, it's the main point of the papyrus paper making. But first, how we prepare the slice to make a paper? We use a mallet. We use rolling pin, yeah. Ancient Egyptian rolling pin.
Mother disciplinary tool.
Now, if we check the slice, it came flexible, you see, and strong. You can feel the difference after and before, and you can feel the green one as well. After that, we will take the slices and we will have to soak it in a water for a week at least. Why?
To soften and loosen the fibers.
Yeah. After a week in the water, the sugar, it will came in surface on it. And it will touch any slide, it will be sticky by the sugar. And this is the point. No chemical glue in the ancient times. The ancient Egyptians found the sugar, or they used the sugar as a glue to stick the slices together and to make the paper from it. And that's the reason the papyrus paper lasts forever, because it's organic, the plant and the sugar, nothing else. How will they make it? Nowadays we use the felt. The ancient Egyptians in the ancient time, they used the cotton or the linen, and then we start to make it in lines. And that lines have to be overlapping or crisscross, not even like that. Just like this, very easy. You can make it at home. After that, we will cover it by the other piece of film, and we have to press it for another week to dry and to stick together. The ancient Egyptians used the granite or flax of France. 2 weeks later, we can get a white or a big papyrus paper like this. That papyrus paper is strong, but of course you can cut it, you can turn it. Very soft and very flexible, and this is the most important part, with no damage at all, because this is the genuine papyrus. I show this and I do this because sometimes they make fake ones. From what? From banana leaves. You can see it in the streets, you can see it in the small bazaar, in the hotels or in the markets. And why are they using the banana leaf? It looks like the papyrus. It's very cheap, it's available, and it's faster. But what is the difference between the papyrus plant and the banana leaf? The difference is the sugar. The banana leaves, it doesn't get any sugar. Then they use a chemical glue to stick the leaves together, and usually they put it, or they keep it all the time in plastic bags. Why? Because if you're going to roll it in the plastic bags, it will be easy to roll, like the general one. Once we get out that paper from the plastic bags and if you let it in the air or in the sun for just 1 hour, and if it's just to dry, to roll it like this, it will be cracks or damage. More than this, the important part, the papyrus paper, it's washable. Yes, but why we need to wash it? When the artist draw a scene like that, and if he just drew a color in the wrong place, what he can do? Erase it and start over. Just wash well.
OxyClean.
Yeah, like shame well. After that, we have to press it again. What you see? More than this. Yes, like you told More than this, if any damage happens to any part or to any slot, we can fix the damage. Now, take the damaged paper, soak it in water for 1 hour maximum. Why maximum 1 hour? Because if we leave it more than 1 hour, it will fall apart. But before the 1 hour, we can get the damaged slices out very easy, like this. Or like that. Even the ones in the middle, we can get it very easy. Just replace it with new slices, press it again to dry, and reuse it. You know what we call this nowadays? Recycling. Yeah, this is the original recycling, yeah. A brown color. How we get this color out of the same plant, it gives us the beige. Is the sugar again. when we eat a part of an apple, and if we let the other part in the air just for the oxidation of the sugar to get this brown, we do the same thing we do to the beige, but before we soak it in the water, we have to leave it in the sun or in the air at least 10 hours. The sugar will be oxidized. After that, we have to soak it in the water for double time. 2 weeks here and 2 weeks under the fish. Please feel it. It has to be thicker than the beige because we will soak it for more time. After this thousands of years, we had a different technique. We had that technique, we call it the antique style. Yeah, and if you just mat it with a black mat, it comes nicer. We have it different sizes and we have it different scenes, but I have to tell, the price of it, it's almost the double price of the regular one. Because it takes a lot of work and it's very difficult to plant them. Like example, I have this tree here. That tree, it cost $305 US. The same size with the antique style, it's $650. See the difference? Maybe you like that one. But I have to tell this one, it's more expensive or it's almost the double price of the regular ones because it takes a lot of time to make it and it's very difficult to paint on it. Also like the zodiac. That zodiac here, it costs $266. The same size with the antique style, it's $650, which is about 3 times expensive. More important thing, it's about the name of the artist. Who painted the sea. Why it's important? Because not all the time the price of the paper depends on the size. Sometimes it depends on the name of the artist. Who painted the sea. Why? Because the name of the artist. And by the way, this is the most famous artist in Egypt. His name is Dr. Sabri Habib. He's the best here. And his stuff is the most expensive stuff ever. That one for him, the mosaic one. And only him, all over Egypt, he can do this style, which is the mosaic painting. It's painting on the paper by the mosaic style. Also, the Pale Lab ones, it's also one of the amazing ones that you can have it. And you will get it with that Pale Lab as a mat behind it. It comes with the Pale Lab. Okay? More important thing, it's about the meaning of the scene or what that scene represents. Because most of the scenes around the artists take it from a real scene, from a tomb, from a temple, and from a museum. But we have some masterpieces, famous ones like that one. I will give you just the highlights about the scenes, the masterpieces, and then you will have a free time to wander around. If you'd like to get any one of these, or if you'd like just to know the story, you can ask the local guides about the story behind anyone. That one here is called the Final Judgment, or the Judgment Day. It's from a book, yes, called the Book of the Dead. This is the chapter number 125 from the Book of the Dead. You can Google it, by the way, it's in Google. Yes, you can write in Google the chapter 125 from the Book of the Dead. You will find that scene and more information about it. And also, it's famous by the heart and the feather scene. This is the heart of this dead man, and this is the feather of truth and justice. For one of the most important goddesses, her name is Ma'at. A lady with wing, and you can see at the top of her head a feather. This is the goddess of truth and justice, Ma'at, M-A-A-T. The way the heart faces the feather, if the heart of this dead man heavier than the feather of truth and justice, it means this man is guilty and lost his way to the afterlife. If the feather heavier, it means this man is innocent, then he will pass to the paradise. The heart heavy, if the heart heavy, this man lost his way to the afterlife, and more than that, this animal will eat the heart.
So it can't be resurrected.
That's right, yeah.
That's from the movie Hellboy, that dog creature. That's serious.
By the way, we still use this expression nowadays.
With a heavy heart.
Yes.
Yeah.
Still, we still use it. This man have a heavy heart. Yeah. By the way, this animal is 3 animals in one. Head of crocodile, body of a lion, bottom of a head. One of the important ones, this is the tree of life. You can see here 5 birds. These 5 birds, they're representing the 5 stages of the human being. Babyhood, a childhood, youth, maturity, and the wisdom age. Again, babyhood, a childhood, youth, maturity, and the wisdom age. Have a good look here. If we look to the first 4 birds, the first 4 birds looking to the east, to the sunshine, to the sunrise. Except that one, look to the west, to the sunset, and look to the afterlife. And as I told you before, it's the tree of life. One of the important goddesses, this is the goddess Isis, with the throne of her husband, Osiris. The 6 gates of Meidum, one of the most important scenes that you can see in the Egyptian Museum, the old one. It's a last piece standing from a tomb. The papyrus and the lotus, the lower Egypt and upper Egypt. How to order any one of these, if you'd like to have any one of these, they give you a card like that. This is your order card. We have here some pencils. You can pour in one. Write down the model number, which is in blue. The blue is the model number or the artist code. The quantity in the middle, because maybe you'd like to have more than one from the same scene. And the price, it's in the red color in US dollars. Yes, the price is in the red color in US dollars.
Excellent.
How to take this home? We have different sizes of these tubes. We roll the papyrus for you with a guarantee certificate. It's very, very important. When you buy any papyrus paper from here, you will get with it guarantee certificate. Okay? With our Papyrus Museum name and our address. And this guarantee say all of this papyrus are hand painted on a real papyrus. Also, if you don't have space in the suitcase, or if you worry about the transportation, you can ask about this tube. This is, we call it the traveling tube, and that tube is expendable. Both of these tubes, it's for free. We'll get for any piece around 20% off. Also, you can ask the local guides about the magic room.
The mushroom?
No mushroom, no. Are you hungry?
Yeah. A little.
Not that kind of mushroom.
Just kidding.
I like the mushroom as well.
He wants mushroom
I like the
pizza.
cut with mushroom. Yeah. No, we have magic room. Magic.
Okay.
A magic room.
Full of magic mushrooms?
No.
Yeah, that's what we did right now.
Well, it's making me too excited already.
No, the magic room here got scenes glowed in the dark.
Oh, nice.
And more than that, you can see 2 scenes in one paper. Like example, you can see a scene in the light like that, which is the tube light. When we switch off the light, it changed to a cat, to Nefertiti. How do you do this? The artist drew a scene like that with the regular color, which is watercolor or gouache color. In the same scene, he do a different scene with luminate colors or fluorescent. A charge from the light, any kind of light. It doesn't need any special kind of light to glow. Doesn't need any black light or something. Even if you leave it in the sun It have to be in a source of light at least 20 minutes, and it glows for 1 hour. And you have to recharge it, which means you have to put it again in a source of light for 20 minutes. And when we switch off the light, that scene disappeared and the other one glows. Okay? Mushroom magic.
I have 2 questions.
$1.
Well, I'm giving it to the person up there who's going right ahead. Okay, you have to stand in line. But like sunlight, it doesn't mess with
affect
the
for this
colors.
one. Doesn't affect just that paper. As I told you, you can see papyrus paper in the Egyptian Museum in Cairo 2000 BC. The papyrus paper lasts forever.
Yeah, and the colors as well.
And the colors as well.
Okay.
Any more questions?
No.
For free questions.
Okay.
Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. No problem to my demo. Thank you.
As we walk through the gallery, the first thing that stands out is how papyrus art blends ancient Egyptian tradition with modern style. Many pieces are inspired by temple walls, tomb paintings, and sacred manuscripts, where figures were shown in profile. Scenes were arranged in clear lines and every symbol carried meaning. Even today, these artworks keep that ancient visual language alive while giving it new colour, energy and personality. Across the artwork, we see gods, goddesses, pharaohs, sacred animals and scenes from ancient Egyptian belief. Isis often appears as a figure of protection, magic and motherhood, sometimes shown with wings spread wide. Horus, often shown with the head of a falcon, represents kingship and divine power. Anubis is connected with mummification, tombs, and the journey into the afterlife. Osiris represents death, resurrection, and eternal life, making him one of the most important figures in Egyptian religious art. The symbols are just as important as the figures. The ankh represents life. The eye of Horus is linked with protection, healing, and restoration. The scarab beetle symbolizes rebirth and transformation, connected to the daily rising of the sun. The lotus flower represents creation, renewal, and the life-giving power of the Nile. Together, these images create a visual language that was understood across ancient Egypt and is still recognized around the world today. Some papyrus pieces recreate famous funerary scenes, especially the weighing of the heart. In this scene, the heart of the deceased is weighed against the feather of Ma'at, the symbol of truth, balance, and cosmic order. If the heart was pure, the soul could continue into the afterlife. This image remains one of the most powerful scenes in Egyptian art because it turns belief, morality, and eternity into a single, unforgettable picture. Other works are inspired by famous ancient manuscripts such as the Book of the Dead, including the Papyrus of Ani and the Papyrus of Hunefer. These are known for their detailed afterlife imagery, gods, judgment scenes, and symbolic storytelling. Modern papyrus artists often borrow from that same visual world, turning ancient religious art into pieces made for today's galleries, homes, and collectors. Royal scenes are also common. Pharaohs may be shown seated on thrones, riding in chariots, making offerings, or standing before the gods. Crowns, staffs, thrones, and offering tables all carry meaning. The white crown represents Upper Egypt, the red crown represents Lower Egypt, and the double crown symbolizes the united lamb. When a pharaoh is shown making an offering, the scene is often about maintaining balance between the human world and the divine world. Animal symbols appear throughout papyrus art as well. Falcons, jackals, cobras, cats, ibises, crocodiles, and scarabs all carry layers of meaning. The cobra can represent royal protection. The cat is linked with Bastet, protection, home, and feminine power. The ibis connects to Thoth, the god of writing, wisdom, and sacred knowledge. Even when an animal looks like a decorative detail, it often points to a deeper idea. Modern papyrus art can look traditional or highly colourful. Some pieces use earthy tones and flat figures to feel close to ancient wall paintings. Others use bright blues, golds, reds, purples, metallic paint, bold outlines, and dramatic contrast. Some even use glow-in-the-dark effects, revealing hidden details when the lights go out. This gives ancient symbols a new energy while still honouring the original style. That is what makes these pieces so interesting. They are not only copies of the past, they are modern interpretations of ancient Egyptian visual language. Each piece carries gods, symbols, animals, and sacred scenes forward, blending tradition with creativity and giving the art of ancient Egypt a new life on papyrus.
Yeah. N-I-K. I see it.
N-O.
Nico.
Join us next time as we continue our journey through ancient Egypt, visiting the towering colossi of Memnon and taking in incredible footage from the Valley of the Kings and Hatshepsut's temple. From monumental statues to royal tombs and one of Egypt's most breathtaking cliffside temples, there's still so much more to explore. These episodes take a long time to research, film, edit, and create. So your support by liking, commenting, and subscribing truly means the world to us here at Megalith Alignments.